guys, James here from Replica Reviews. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I know recently we focused on rifles and pellet shooting and that kind of thing, so I thought we'd take it back to basically where we all started, and that is with BB guns. Now some of you would have seen on the Facebook page that we run, I managed to get hold of some of these, and these are the ASG blasters. Now for those of you that would have seen the, I think it was the CZ75 video, the blowback full metal, they actually came with a sample of these, but we could never find them. But we've managed to actually get hold of a load. So what we've done today is we've come up the farm. The reason for that being, they're fine with plastic BBs at our local club, but they're not with the steel BBs or lead or anything like that. So I've had to kind of go a little bit old school, and we've come out to one of the fields today. I've got a load of the SMK BBs, which are just your cheap generic, you know, put in your gun and hope for the best jobbies. And we've got some of these. And then what I'm going to do is just try and compare the two. Now these are very, very, very light BBs. They are 0.13 grain, which if we go to this clip here, you'll see that they just do not have enough power to knock down the steel plate. You can see there I was hammering it. You know, my trigger finger may have got a little bit carried away there. So they are very light, which means that they don't carry that kinetic punch. But if you're looking for something just to, you know, plink around with or just shoot targets, these are superb. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a magazine's worth through this. Now this is the CZ PO7 Duty. I absolutely love this gun. We had a little bit of a rocky start and we did have to get a new one sent out to us, but it's been superb ever since, and I just love it. It's brilliant. It fits your hand properly and it's superb. So we're going to put a load through this. We'll put a new CO2 cartridge in it. We'll start off with these bad boys here. We'll give them the best opportunity we can. So we'll start off with a full mag, should we say, of 20 rounds. We'll put them in it's really old school today, guys, I do apologise. It's an old shoebox. We're going to sellotape a target. So for all of you guys that wanted to see more plinking, this is plinking at its best. Shoeboxes and BBs. So yeah, as I say, we're going to put a full mag of 20 rounds into this. Fire them off as accurately as I can. We'll do 10 yards, nice and close, give them the best opportunity, because I know through previous pistol videos you guys want to see 10 yards rather than 15, which is fair enough. So we'll do 10 yards. I'll then load up a magazine with 20 of our finest SMK BBs, and we'll do exactly the same again. And we'll compare the groups, see what's going on. I say groups, it's just going to look like I've taken a shotgun to it. My pistol shooting is it's not amazing. So we'll see if there's any kind of differences or whether they're accurate still. My concern is whether they're, you know, because they're so light, whether the wind is going to knock them off course or this, that, the other. That said, you've joined me on the warmest Devonshire day we've had so far this year, and there is no wind. You know, it's really, really, really minimal. It's like a breeze, it's tickling its way through. So let's load up and let's crack on with the firing. Okay guys, so here we are with the CZ75 PO7 Duty. We've got a magazine loaded up with 20 of the finest ASG blaster plastic BBs that we could find. Got the target just off behind me. We're going to fire 20 shots, hope for the best, see what we can do. As I say, be interesting to see how these perform, because, you know, I'll save a lot of this for the conclusion, but this product here is going to open a lot of doors for a lot of people, but I'll go into that a little bit more in a minute. So let's crack on with the shooting and see what we can do. Okay guys, so that was the last shot. Let's move in and see what we've done. Okay, so there we have the first grouping. This again obviously was with the ASG blasters. You can see most of my pattern is kind of twisted off to the right. We do have one strike in the middle, a couple in the 9. And yeah, you know, reasonably central. There were 2 shots on the right that obviously haven't hit the target that you can just see. That's probably where I got a little bit carried away. For those of you that heard double taps and bits and pieces like that, that'll probably be why that is. So what we're going to do is, obviously, I'm quite happy with that result. This, you know, I wasn't expecting crazy amounts here, but I'm quite happy with that. So what we'll do is we'll just load up 20 of our finest SMK BBs. These are just normal generic steel BBs, and we'll see if there's any difference. Obviously these ones would have been flying a little bit quicker, but would have had less mass, so they would have got blown around a little bit, which is my excuse and I'm sticking to it. But you know, the steel ones, they've got that little bit more power behind them. They, you know, they might do better, they might not. But you know, there is only one way to find out. So let's load up and crack on. Okay guys, so we're back with the PO7 GT. I've reloaded. As you can probably see there, we've just got a magazine of 20 generic SMK ball bearings. So target behind me again, same distance, same target, you know, design and whatnot. So yeah, let's see if there is any difference between steel BBs and those plastic ASGs we've just tested. Okay guys, so last shot to decock it, safety back on. Let's go and check out the, oh wow, let's go and check out the target. Right, so guys, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to bore you with the second target there. It was very similar, just off to the right slightly, a couple around the centre. You know, in many respects it may as well have been the same target. But this is kind of the reason why I think these are a bit of a game changer. Now, a lot of the time, a lot of clubs obviously use steel targets. They don't want you firing steel BBs, obviously ricochets and all that. Health and safety, it's an absolute minefield. So that rules out a lot of people's collections, and I think, to be honest, that's part of the reason we don't do more of the BB guns. Obviously, as time has gone on and, you know, interests have evolved and changed paths and stuff, a lot of my time now is spent with lead firers, so your pellet rifles, your pellet pistols, so on and so forth. And the BB guns, they kind of get left at home because I know that I can't take them at the club and the fun is at the club and all the rest of it. So with these plastic BBs here, I mean, for 1,000 it was about £4.95, so value for money wise, straight off the bat, you're onto a winner. But the plastic, and they are actually really well made plastic. We haven't had a single deformed one. They all look really well polished. They're as good as they get. And for £4.95, it's a lot cheaper as well than your generic steel BBs. So these are going to open up a lot of people's collections to actually go to the clubs and enjoy them. Back garden plinking only goes a certain way. I know a lot of you guys out there, you only enjoy your plinking, and I completely get that. Me, I prefer being out on the farm, on the fields, and at the club, you know, just different sort of, it's hard to explain, but I just prefer being out. So that is why I think these are going to be a bit of a game changer, because for those of you like me that just want to get up the club with your guns and have some fun, you know, you can now do this. Now these ones here are being distributed by Highland Outdoors, which are the ASG distributor. So obviously any of your RFDs that can get an account with those guys there, which, you know, is most, to be fair. ASG is a huge brand, and Highland are well known throughout. So if you want to get some, go down to your local dealer and say, I want some of these ASG blasters. Obviously make sure you specify 4.5mm. They do 6mm blasters for the airsoft guns. So just make sure that your RFD knows you want the little 4.5s. So hopefully you've enjoyed this review today, guys. Hopefully you found it a little bit insightful as such. We are going to carry on filming. I've got a couple other products out with me today. We've got the new Excite, which is H&N, low ricochet BBs. Now obviously I don't really want to test the ricochet and properties of them. So we're just going to use the box again and see if there's accuracy differences and see if they cycle. But that's a different video. We will get into that in the next video. So hopefully, as I say, you've enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions, any comments, anything like that, feel free to pop in the comments box below. As I say, we've got a Facebook page if you want to follow our ramblings on there. We've got loads of pictures. I do post on there a lot more regular. It's a lot easier to keep up with Facebook than it is on YouTube, because obviously I can't really post up posts with pictures and all that kind of thing. So type in replica reviews into your search bar and we'll pop straight up. But until our next video, guys, these were the ASG Blasters. I was James from Replica Reviews. See you in the next video. People with their collection, you know, it's like a start in the hedge.